Imagine logging into Roblox and finding a simple farming game that seems almost boring at first. Plant a carrot, wait, harvest, repeat. Now imagine that same game pulling in over 22 million simultaneous players, shattering Fortnite's concurrency record. How did a garden sim manage that? Today I want to dive into why Grow a Garden has us all hooked, and why you might find yourself planting virtual carrots at 3 a.m. First off, this isn't a AAA studio production. Grow a Garden was created back in March 2025 by a 16-year-old developer who goes by the name BMW Lux. At launch, it was just another farming game with a few hundred players. A few weeks later, Jandel's Splitting Point Studios bought into the project, and together they turned a humble idle game into the biggest title Roblox has ever seen. That underdog story alone makes people curious. Who doesn't love seeing a teenager's side project explode overnight? On the surface, Grow a Garden is incredibly straightforward. You start with an empty plot and a handful of shekels to buy carrot seeds. You plant them, wait a bit, and harvest them for more shekels. That in itself isn't revolutionary. But here's the kicker. The crops keep growing even when you're offline. That mechanic taps into the same psychological loop as idle mobile games. You plant a few seeds before bed, then wake up to a plot full of cash. You're constantly rewarded for just checking in, which makes it hard to stay away. Each new seed tier promises bigger yields and more exotic plants. It's the classic one more upgrade loop. You always feel like you're just a few minutes away from unlocking something new. Before you know it, hours have passed and you're strategizing the most efficient layout for your watermelon patches. Another reason people keep coming back is the sense of scarcity. Seeds and items rotate in and out of stock, and the developers release exclusive items each week. Miss a day, and you might miss out on a limited time crop that could give you an edge or simply look cool on your farm. That fear of missing out is a powerful motivator. It turns casual players into daily logins. There are also special pets you can get from loot boxes. They don't fundamentally change the gameplay, but they're cute, they're rare, and they add another layer of collection. For a lot of players, the hunt for the next pet is as addictive as the farming itself.
What makes Grow a Garden different from many other Roblox hits is its relaxed pace. There's no combat, no hectic obbies, no trolls ruining your day. You don't have to be good at the game to progress. Whether you have 5 minutes or 5 hours, you can make meaningful progress each time you play. The game respects your time by letting crops grow in the background, but it also rewards those who stay and actively manage their farms. That balance between active and passive play means it appeals to a wider audience, from hardcore players min-maxing their layouts to casual users who just like watching their farm grow. Even though the game is brand new, the developers deliberately went for a nostalgic aesthetic. The textures use the studded look of early Roblox, and the soundtrack features classical pieces like Mozart's Rondo alla Turca. For longtime Roblox players, that's a comforting throwback to the platform's early days. For new players, it sets Grow a Garden apart from the busy, neon look of many modern games. Let's be honest, part of the fun is showing off. When your friends log in and see a massive rainbow pumpkin patch or an ultra-rare pet waddling around your plot, it sparks a mix of envy and inspiration. The ability to visit other players' gardens and steal crops if you spend Robux adds a mischievous, competitive element. It's not quite PvP, but it keeps you on your toes and encourages people to invest in protecting and upgrading their plots. The game isn't static. According to interviews, there are 2 full-time teams dedicated just to creating weekly events. One week, you might have a fishing festival. The next, you're planting magical beans that grow beanstalks straight out of a fairy tale. These events keep the experience fresh and give you new goals beyond just grinding for the next seed tier. In many cases, the limited time crops from events turn into valuable collectibles, so there's an incentive to play when something new drops.
No discussion of Grow a Garden's addictiveness would be complete without mentioning monetization. The game is free to play, but spending Robux lets you speed up wait times, open more loot boxes, or steal other players' crops. Some players love the ability to accelerate progress. Others see it as pay to win. Either way, those options feed into the addictive loop. If you're impatient, a few Robux can get you back into the action immediately. Perhaps the most compelling part of Grow a Garden's success is the story behind it. A teenager builds a simple idle game, gets picked up by a veteran developer, and together they surpass Fortnite's player record. It's a tale of creativity, community, and the unpredictable nature of virality on platforms like Roblox. That narrative inspires players and other creators alike. If one person can create the biggest game on Roblox from their bedroom, maybe they can too. So why are so many of us addicted to growing virtual carrots? It's the perfect storm of simple mechanics, constant progression, clever scarcity, chill vibes, and an underdog backstory. Grow a Garden shows that you don't need cutting-edge graphics or complex gameplay to captivate millions of players. Sometimes all it takes is a good loop and a garden full of carrots. Thanks for watching. If you've fallen down the Grow a Garden rabbit hole, let me know what hooked you in the comments.